to the Highveld, Pretoria. This non-stop 24-hour journey through 4 provinces forms part of OCAL Global, called One Chance at Life, aim which is not only to raise awareness around the needs of differently abled people, but also to raise funds for 2 individuals who've suffered spinal cord injuries. Now, joining us from Cape Town are Nicoline and Alan. Good evening. Thank you so much for giving us this time.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Now, here's a quick one. I think it's quite key that before we go too far into the conversation, we get an idea of what OCAL Global stands for. Who's first? Nicoline, Alan?
OCAL Global is one chance at life, and our whole perception is that we all each have one chance at life, and we all each use it to the fullest.
No, fantastic. I really like that one chance at life. It really caught me when I first read and heard about you. Can you tell us what you aim to achieve on this particular non-stop 10-day relay?
Our big thing for myself and Alan, I think the whole disability thing to both of us is such a misconception. And this is our first initiative as OCAL Global to challenge the global belief system of disability, because to us we want to set out and prove that there's no such thing as disability, but only differently abled individuals.
Right. Now, if I could ask Alan this particular question, because I'm quite keen to see what you've got to say about the rest of the team. How do you get to choose the members of the team?
I think our kind of choice criteria were to have a team of individuals from varied walks of life. So, everyone can contribute in their own unique way to a team which, in its strength will achieve, what we set out to do, and that is to run from Cape Town to Pretoria. And I think it's just a concrete kind of, decision to, involve everyone, so we can, have a one chance at everyone's lives and all learn from each other. So.
Alan, I mean, you and Nicoline are the joint co-founders of this initiative. Have you ever actually been on anything like this before? Have you done anything similar to this before?
Me personally, no. Nicoline and I, we managed and put together a team to climb Kilimanjaro of disabled athletes. We took the first triple amputee up Kilimanjaro, as well as 8 other amputees. And that in itself was an arduous task, from all perspectives, not only in terms of the organizational side of it, with very limited budget, and essentially on a wing and a prayer we managed to achieve it. And I think, in saying that, that kind of gave us the impetus to look to other initiatives and hence, where we are today.
All right, now I can understand. So the bug bit, I suppose, when you went up Kilimanjaro with the first triple amputee, very well done. I think it will be quite key for some of us to see exactly what kind of route we're talking about. I mean, some 1,500 kilometers from Cape Town all the way through to Pretoria. We're going to bring it up for our viewers to actually just remind them that this is no child's play. This is no walk in the park. This is quite a long distance. It's quite a big one. Let's see if we can get that route map up. In the meantime, I want to ask you, Nicoline, what kind of obstacles do you foresee coming up on this journey?
I think the biggest thing is putting 12 different people from all walks of life, different characters together. So that being number one is we start off on the first kilometer and end off as a family at the end of it all. Also being, we don't know, none of us have really done 10 days in a row of running or hand cycling. So we don't know what the challenges are, how our bodies are going to react, what the weather's going to be. So it's all basically trusting one another, 11 other people to get you from 1 kilometer to 1,800 kilometers in one piece.
I can imagine putting together the logistics for this massive tour must have been quite taxing. How long did it take you to plan for this?
We were fortunate enough that the founder of the actual route, VP van Sail, he is doing this OCAL Global journey with us. In 2013, myself and 11 guys did the similar route, but we did it from Pretoria to Cape Town, and we did it for Alzheimer's. So we're very blessed that VP van Sail, who's the founder of the route, came on board with this as well. So now we're just reversing and backtracking all the way back to Pretoria.
No, very good, very good. I'd like to check and see what Alan thinks about this, because you guys then arrive in Pretoria, Alan. You do your 10-day stint, and hopefully you make it within the 10 days. What then?
Yeah, I think that's the big question. I think we're going to kind of get to a point where, as Nicolene was saying, it's it is about a team effort. We understand what we need to get through every day in terms of kilometers, 200 odd over a 24-hour period. And it's essentially doing what we can, and in that the rest of the team will make up the shortfall, and hopefully arrive in Pretoria, and as a culmination of our journey, as Nicolene said, as a family.
Yeah. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the kind of support that you've got on this particular journey in terms of your support staff, or your drinks, the people that are going to be driving with you, the metros and the different towns you'll be going through? Can you tell us a little bit about that?
We essentially, it's in terms of logistics. We've all worked on the logistics ourselves, and it's essentially just the 12 of us.
Wow.
We've got two Discoverer 6s, which one will be the night crew and one will be the day crew, and we have a support vehicle which will follow each van, be it day or night. It's been interesting in terms of just planning, where we're staying and so forth, and just finding out the small little towns, like Loxton and Lakoff and all that kind of stuff. Just the interesting characters in the towns, in organising, whether it be a camping site or a bed and breakfast. But it's just people have been very receptive to the initiative and are so supportive of it. So I think we'll get a great kind of hosting once we go through the towns. So we're looking forward to that.
No, very good. Now, in closing, how do people follow you? Because this is going to be very interesting. I think a lot of people would like to help you drum up the kind of support you're looking for. How do they find you on social media?
So on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, you can follow us on OCAL Global, and also use the hashtag OCAL2016 to see how we're going and how our journey is planning out.
Nicolene Mostert, Alan Davies, thank you very much for starting this initiative. It's great. I love the tagline for it. I love what you're doing, and I wish you all the best. May you make it in 10 days and be joined as a family at the end, and I hope you do it again soon.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thanks for the opportunity.
There you go. They set off tomorrow morning, the 28th of April, on this 10-day epic journey from Cape Town